Hello dear students, welcome to Maitri Academy. In this video, we'll try to observe the questions on ratios and proportions. If you look at the question number 1, two numbers are in the ratio of 5 is to 6. If 7 is added to each number, the new ratio becomes 6 is to 7. The original numbers are. So, simple question, two numbers are in the ratio of 5 is to 6. So, because the ratio is given 5 is to 6, I am taking those numbers as 5x and 6x. If 7 is added to each number, that means for the first number you are adding 7 and for the second number also we have to add 7. The new ratio becomes 6 is to 7. Ratio is nothing but basically division. So, new ratio, that means the ratio or division of these terms becomes 6 is to 7. That means 6 by 7. What are the original numbers? Original numbers are basically 5x and 6x. Those numbers they are asking. So you can further simplify this. If you are able to write this equation, that is enough. You can solve the complete question. So you can further simplify this by just by doing the cross multiplication. So 7 times 5, which is going to be 35x, plus 7 into 7, 49, is must be equal to 6 into 6. Just do the cross multiplication. 6 into 6, 36x, plus 7 into 6, 42. So you can further simplify. X value you will be getting it as 7. So because x value is 7, they are asking the original numbers. Original numbers are 5x and 6x. Because I got x value as 7, 5 into 7 which is going to be 35, 6 into 7 which is going to be 42. Those two are the original numbers. You can mark the answer as 35 and 42, which is available as option B for us. Hope it is clear. And let's look at the common sense approach for solving this question. What is the common sense approach is? Here they are asking the original numbers and you have the option choices here. What are the original numbers ratio? They clearly mention that original numbers are in the ratio of 5 is to 6. That means the first number must be a 5 multiplier. Look at the options which are going in 5 table, keep those options, and 49 and 56 are not coming in 5 table, definitely those two are not the answers. And look at the second number must be a 6 multiplier. Look at 40 never comes in 6 table, eliminate this option, leftover is your answer. Like that also we can solve. So if you observe the data here, a vessel contains milk and water in the ratio of 5 is to 7. Had it contained 2 liters more milk and 2 liters less water, the ratio becomes 4 is to 7. What is the quantity of milk in the vessel? What is the quantity of milk in the vessel? So, first observe what is the ratio of milk and water. They given 5 is to 7. That means milk is 5 parts. I am taking it as 5x. Water is 7 parts. I am taking it as 7x. And as per the data, 2 liters more milk. That means on top of 5x, there is 2 liters extra and 2 liters less water. So actually water is 7x and from that I am just removing 2 liters of water. Then the new ratio is given. What is the new ratio? 4 is to 5. That means the new ratio of these two is 4 is to 5. That means 4 by 5. So you can further simplify this. You will get x value, but they are asking what is the milk quantity in the vessel. So milk is going to be 5x. So figure out the 5x value. This is what you have to do. So how to simplify this further? You can just do the cross multiplication. So if you are capable of writing this, that is enough to proceed with the solvation. So I am just doing the cross multiplication here. 5 into 5 is going to be 25, 25x, and 5 into 2 is going to be 10. And if you cross multiply this, 7 into 4 is going to be 28x and 4 into 2 is 8. So if you can take this side, 28 minus 25, 3x, and if you bring this to this side, this is equal to 18. So from this data, I can say the x value is going to be 6. But they are asking you to find out the quantity of milk. Milk is going to be 5x. So 5 into 6, which is giving a result as 30. So we can say initial quantity of milk in the container or in the vessel is 60 liters. Mark the answer choice as going to be option C. Mark the answer choice as going to be option C. Moving in a box, the ratio between the number of cashews and grapes is 7 is to 13. If 8 cashews and 11 grapes are eaten, the new ratio is 1 is to 2. Find the original number of cashews is a question. So if you observe, the ratio between cashews and grapes is clearly given 7 is to 13. That means 7 parts, 7x is indicating the number of cashews and 13x is indicating the number of grapes. As per the data, 8 cashews and 11 grapes are eaten. That means from this 7x cashews, 8 cashews are eaten. That means 8 cashews are removed and 11 grapes are eaten. From 13x, 11 is removed. Now the new ratio is given as 1 is to 2. The new ratio is given as 1 is to 2. So find the original number of cashews. That means once you are able to write this, then your answer is almost over. What we need to do is figure out the x value. They are asking the cashews value. Cashews value is 7x. Find out the 7x. That will be the answer choice. And how to simplify this? So you can just use the cross multiplication. So 2 into 7 is 14. 14x and 8 into 2 is 16. Is must be equal to 13x minus 11. From this data, we can say x value is equal to 5 here. So because we know x value is 5, 7x value is required. 7 into 5 is 35. You can mark the answer. Number of cashews are going to be 35. This is how you can solve. And if you want to apply the common sense approach, you can go with the common sense approach also. You can just observe what is the final question for us. They are asking the original number of cashews. Original number of cashews means cashews and grapes are in the ratio of 7 is to 13 initially. That means cashews, original number of cashews, definitely 7 parts. That means 7 multiplier. Look at the option which is going in 7 table. That will be your answer. 65 eliminated, 40 eliminated, 30 eliminated. Mark the answer 35. The question here is present ages of Hari and Cherry are in the ratio of 7 is to 8. 8 years ago, the ratio of their ages will be 5 is to 6. What is Cherry's present age is a question. So, in this question, proportionality relation is given. Hari and Cherry are having the ages in the ratio of 7 is to 8. That means Hari age is 7x and Cherry age is 8x. As per the data, 8 years ago, the ratio become 5 is to 6. That means 8 years back. 8 years back. Ago indicates past. Past means you can take minus. 8 years back, the new ratio of these two persons is 5 is to 6. That means 5 by 6. So you are done with the question if you are capable of making the equation like this. Because if you further simplify, you will get x value. They are asking Cherry age. Cherry age is a second person. That means you need to find out 8x value. So how to get x value here? Just cross multiply. 7 into 6 is 42 and 8 into 6 is 48. And if you cross multiply this side, 8 into 5 is 40x and 8 into 5 is 40. So if you bring this to this side, we can write 2x value is equal to 8 and the x value is equal to 4. But the question here is Cherry's present age. Cherry age is 8x, 8 into 4 is 32. You can mark the answer as 32 years. 32 years. This is one approach. What is the other approach of solving the same question? Here they are asking the Cherry's present age. If you observe, Hari and Cherry are in the ratio of 7 is to 8. That means Cherry age is definitely 8 multiplier. Cherry age is definitely 8 multiplier. Look at the option, which numbers are going in the 8th table, you can just observe. Only option C is eliminated using that. 8 years ago, the age of the Cherry is a 6 multiplier. So from this present age, what I will do is, I will just subtract 8 because ago indicates minus. If you subtract 8 from the available options, that should become 6 multiplier. So let me check that. 32 minus 8 is going to be 24. 40 minus 8 is going to be 32. 24 minus 8 is going to be 16. So after subtracting 8, it should become 6 multiplier. Out of 24, 32 and 16, which is coming in 6th table, 24 is coming, remaining or not. So answer must be 32. Eliminate the other ones. Hope it is clear. Moving forward to the last question. A sum of money is distributed among A, B, C, D in the proportion of 1 is to 2 is to 3 is to 4. If D gets 9,000 more than A, what is the share of B is the question. So basically it's a question using parts method. So we have a ratio between A, B, C, D. What is the ratio? A is to B is to C is to D is clearly given as 1 is to 2 is to 3 is to 4. And D gets 9,000 more than A. D gets 9,000 more than A. And if you observe, A is getting 1 part and D is getting 4 parts. How many parts D is getting extra, you just need to observe. So because the question is connecting between D and A, I am using only those 2 parts. So D is getting 4 parts, A is getting 1 part, means D is getting 3 parts extra. This 3 parts extra is given as 9,000 for us. That means 3 parts is 9,000. That means 1 part is 3,000. But the question here is, what is the share of B? B is getting 2 parts. 2 parts means 2 into 3,000. Mark your answer choice as 6,000 rupees. Hope it is clear. A is to B is given, B is to C is given, C is to D is given. They are asking you to find out A is to D value. A is to D value. So you can just observe, when we have a splitted ratio, to convert into unique ratio, you can go with this approach. So A is to B, B is to C, C is to D is given. To get the first term, to get the A value, just multiply all the first terms. So multiplication of all the first terms means 2 into 4 is 8, 8 into 6 is 48. This is the value of A. And as of now, we don't know the B value and C value, leave them. And to get the last term, just multiply all the last terms available in the question. So 3 into 5 is 15, 15 into 7, which is equal to 105. So these are the values of A and D. So they are just asking you to find out what is A is to D. So you no need to figure out B and C values also. But anyways, we can find out those. A is to D is 48 is to 105. 48 is to 105. Both the numbers are going in 3 table. 3 ones are, 3 6 are, and 3 3s are 9, 3 5s are. So value of A is to D is 16 is to 35. You can mark it as an answer choice. But how to find out B and C also we'll try to observe here. So as usually, once you got A value and D value, to get B value and C value, you just connect with any one of the values. See, I have A is to B and I have a complete value for A. What is A value? 48. A is going to be 2 parts here. 2 parts is 48. So what is the multiplier? 2 into 24 is 48, right? So if 2 parts become 48, 3 parts will become what? 2 into 24 is 48, 3 into 24 is 72. That is the value of B. And how to get C value? Just observe C is to D. And why I am taking C is to D? Because I have a D value completely. What is the D value? D value is 7 parts here. 7 parts become 105. 7 parts is 105 means multiplication factor is 15. If 7 parts become 105, 6 parts become 6 into 15, which is going to be 90. This is how you can find out A is to B is to C is to D. Hope it is clear. But here in this question, because they are just asking A is to D, you no need to figure out all this. You can just go with the multiplication of the first terms, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, multiplication of this first terms. That is the A value. And to get the last term, you just multiply the last terms available. So the last terms are going to be 3, 5, 7. And you can further simplify this. 3 ones are, 3 twos are. So product of these numbers is going to be 16. And product of these numbers is going to be 35. So answer is 16 is to 35. Okay. Hope it is clear. So in this question, they given 2A is equal to 3B is equal to 4C is equal to 5D. And they are expecting us to find out what is A is to B is to C is to D. So in this question, we can use the splitter ratio and unique ratio concept to solve the question. That means if you observe these two, 2a is equal to 3b. So from this data, 2a is equal to 3b. Can I write like this? A by b is equal to 3 by 2. That means A is to B is clearly given as 3 is to 2. A is to B is equal to 3 is to 2. And if you observe these two, we have 3B is equal to 4C. That means we can comfortably write B by C is equal to 4 by 3. B by C is 4 by 3 means B is to C is equal to 4 is to 3. And using this 4C is equal to 5D, we can comfortably write C by D is equal to 5 by 4. That means C is to D is equal to 5 is to 4. And we have A is to B and B is to C and C is to D. Getting A is to B is to C is to D is not a challenging part for us. We can simply go with a solution like this. To get A value, just multiply all the first terms. What is the multiplication of the first term? 3 into 4 is 12. 12 into 5 is 60. That is the value of A. As of now, we don't know B and C values. To get the D value, multiply all the last terms. 2 into 3 is 6. 6 into 4 is 24. That is the value of D. And how to get B and C values? You have A is to B here. In this, A is going to be 3 parts. 3 parts become 60. That means 3 into 20 is 60. Then 2 parts will be what? 2 into 20, which is 40. Similarly, to get the C value, I am using C is to D. C is to D is 5 is to 4. And this 4 parts is 24. That means 4 into 6 is 24. Then 5 into 6 will be what? Which is 30. This should be the ratio of A is to B is to C is to. So, if you can further simplify this, you can also write this as 30 is to 20 is to 15 is to 12. So your answer choice must be option D, 30 is to 20 is to 15 is to 12. And one more approach for solving the same question. The other approach is to get A is to B is to C is to D. You can use a simple trick to make the answer by taking less than 5 seconds of time. What you need to do is to get A value, just close the A term and observe the product of other terms. What is the product of other terms? 3 into 4 into 5. Just multiply the quotients. 3 4s are 12, 12 5s are 60. So that is the A value. To get the value of B, what you need to do is just close the B term, multiply other terms. Other terms means 2 into 4 into 5. What is the product of these numbers? 2 4s are 8. 8 into 5 is going to be 40. That is the B value. To get C value, what you do is just close the C, multiply remaining. 2 into 3 into 5. 2 into 3 is 6. 6 into 5 is 30. That is the C value. To get D value, just to close this, multiply the other terms. 2 into 3 into 4. 2 3s are 6. 6 4s are 24. That is the value of D. So you can further simplify this. If you divide everything with 2, 60 by 2 is 30 and 40 by 2 is 20, 30 by 2 is 15, 24 by 2 is 12. That will be the ratio of this. So you can mark the answer as 30 is to 20 is to 15 is to 12, which is available as option D for us. If you observe this question, in VJIT college, there are 4 sections of ECE such that half the number of students in A section, 1/3 of number of students in B section, and 1/4 of students in C section, and 1/5 of students in D section are equal. That means he is trying to convey that half of the students in A section, 1/2 of A, is equal to 1/3 of B section, 1/3 of B, is equal to 1/4 of C section, 1/4 of C section, is equal to 1/5 of D section. This is what he is trying to convey. And all are equal. That's why we have just equated them. If the total number of students in ECE is 420, then find the number of students in section A and B together. So total number of students also given. So total number of students is given as 420. That means total number of students is indicating that all the students together, A section, B section and C section and D section of ECE, all of them is equal to 420. And we just need to find out what is the number of students in A and B section together. That is a question here. So to find out this, I'm just trying to find out the ratio of this A by B. From this data, I'm just taking these two, A by B. Can I write it as 2 by 3? So A by B is 2 by 3 from this. And from these two, 1/3 of B to 1/4 of C. So if you bring B to this side, we can write B by C is equal to 3 by 4. And similarly, if you take these two equations, I can write C if you bring to this side, C by D is equal to 4 by 5. So you know A by B is 2 by 3 and B by C is 3 by 4 and C by D is 4 by 5. So the common term is same. So A by B is 2 by 3. That means B value is 3. And C by D is 4 by 5. C value is 4 in the same. That means using this, I can comfortably write A is to B is to C is to D, which is equal to 2 is to 3 is to 4 is to 5. And if those are not equal, then you have to do the process which we have done in the previous question. So A is to B is to C is to D, we know. And the total number of students is already given as 420. How can we connect this with 420? So 2 parts plus 3 parts plus 4 parts plus 5 parts. What is the sum of the parts? Sum of the parts are 14. This 14 parts value is given as 420. If 14 parts is 420, what is one part value? One part is 30. But the question here is, they are asking what is the number of students in A and B together. In A and B together, we have 2 parts and 3 parts. That means sum of the parts is 5. So one part is 30. Then 5 parts is 5 into 30, which is equal to 150. You can mark your answer as option D. If you observe this question, the seats for AIML, ADS branches in an engineering college are in the ratio of 5:7:8. There is a proposal to increase these seats by 40% and 50% and 75% respectively. What will be the ratio of increased seats? This is a question here. That means we have an initial number ratio of the 3 sections. So what are the 3 sections we have? AI and AIML and AIDS. There are 3 sections available and the ratio of the available students right now is given as 5:7:8. That means 5 parts and 7 parts and 8 parts. And there is a proposal to increase these seats by 40% and 50% and 75%. By looking at these percentages, I got one idea, because the calculation of percentages will be better with 100 and 100 multipliers. That is the reason what I am doing here is I am just taking 5 parts, 7 parts and 8 parts. I am just multiplying everything with 100. So 5 parts I am assuming 500. 7 parts I am taking it as 700. 8 parts I am taking it as 800. And as per the data, the proposal to increase the number of seats by 40% in the first section. If this is 500 is increased by 40%. What is 40% of 500? 40% of 500 means 40 by 100 into 500. It is giving a result which is equal to 200. That means there is a 200 increase in the strength of A. That means 500 will become 700 here. And the number of seats in AML is increased by 50%. What is 50% of 700? So 700, 50% means half of that. That means half of 700 is 350. 700 is increased by 350. 700 plus 350 will be 1050. That is the strength in AML. And now the strength in ADS is increased by 75%. That means I want to calculate 75% of initial number 800. If I calculate this further, 25 3s are, 25 4s are, 4 1s are, 4 200s. That means the increased strength must be 600. That means there is a 75% increase, means there should be an increase of 600. 800 is increased by 600 means the final value will be 1400. And what is the question here? They are asking us to find out the ratio of the increased seats. So these are the increased seats. We just need to figure out what is the ratio of these numbers. So 0 is cancelled in all the numbers, and 7 table, 7 tens are, and 7 ones are 7, 7 fives are 35, and 7 twos are, and 0. And all these numbers again going in 5 table, 5 twos are, 5 threes are, 5 fours are. That means that increased people ratio will be 2:3:4, which is available as option B. Mark it as answer choice. If you observe this question, a ruby weighing 35 grams worth 12,500 is accidentally dropped and gets broken into two pieces, having the weights in the ratio of 2:5. If the price varies as the square of the weights, then find the loss occurred. So first of all, there is a ruby like this, and this ruby has broke down into two pieces. So this ruby has broke down into two pieces in the ratio of 2:5. That means 2 parts is a one piece and 5 parts is a other piece. That means the total value is going to be 7 parts. This is the actual weight of the ruby. So these are the weights, and now if you observe, they mention that the price varies as the square of the weights. That means what will be the price of these pieces? The total price will be, it is weight is 7x, then price will be square of the weight. That means 7x whole square, which will become 49x square. That is the price of the whole ruby. And what will be the price of these two individual pieces? 5x will become 25x square and 2x will become 4x square. So these are the price of the broken pieces. So here the question is, find the loss. Why he is getting loss? You can very clearly observe, initially the price of the total ruby will be 49x square. But after breaking into two pieces, the price will become 4 plus 25, 29x square. That means there is a difference in the prices. What is the difference? This 20x square is the difference. This value they are asking us to find out. And to figure out this value, we have another important keyword here. A ruby of weight 35 grams worth 12,250. So this value is exactly equal to the price in terms of variable as 49x square. That means it is very clear that 49x square value is equal to 12,250. Using this, I can find out x square value. 7 sevens are 49, 7 ones are 7. We left with 52. 7 sevens are 49, 7 fives are. Again, these numbers are going in 7 table. 7 ones are 7 and 7 twos are 14, 7 fives are. So I understand that x square value is 250. They are asking the loss. The loss value is 20x square. Because x square value is 250, 20 into 250, it will give you your answer choice. The answer will be 5,000 will be the loss. You look at the answer, mark it as answer choice.